Welcome everyone to this Wednesday Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for June 22nd, 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so we are still in this full moon here today from Monday, and that was a full moon in Sagittarius, which is still about this expansive view of life. So it's been a great time to open our minds to new possibilities, to see things in a new light, and open our minds up to that worldview, that top-down perspective. It's been a lot changing with this too, I think, with this Pluto energy involved. The moon went over Pluto yesterday, a lot of these transformations with the worldview, but tapping into that free-spiritedness of the open range, the open horizons, which is what Sagittarius is all about. Now the moon is going to be shifting into Capricorn here in the evening time for most of us. So this is where we take the will of Sagittarius, which is again that fiery passion because we're seeing what's possible, and then with Capricorn actually integrating it, actually taking these possibilities and turning them into something real. And so for the next couple days, I think it's good for that self-mastery, that responsibility and persistence, and taking things slow and in the long term. These are all qualities of Capricorn which we'll start to feel this evening, but I think will be more prominent as we go into tomorrow. So that's going to be the moon. Of course, the sun is still in Gemini, so there is a lot of energy being gained through inquisitiveness, maybe doing some learning, maybe exchanging ideas with others. A lot of this curiosity and willingness to treat life as a learning process is a great way of gaining this energy right now with the sun, and not to mention Venus here. We can be enjoying this mental, communicative, inquisitive energy as well. Now today we are continuing with this Mercury Grand Cross energy which has been unfolding this week. Mercury is now squaring up to the North Node Jupiter conjunction of the Grand Cross. So this is all about, again, integration. That's what the Grand Cross is. And here it's integration with the mind, which is Mercury, the more day-to-day mind, the practical mind. A lot like all this Gemini energy, all right, which is the the real tangible understanding of things, squaring up to those possibilities. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so it's a lot like these more theoretical, open-minded things now in this integration point with the practical mind. So I think that's the great way of working with it, is seeing how we can apply the possible practically, and how we can maybe see things in that top-down perspective, in that overarching view, in the everyday experiences. Now sometimes with Jupiter there can be an over or under extreme with this. So if you are feeling a lot of the Jupiter energy, a lot of the expansiveness of the possibilities, I think it's good to be aware of that to help ground it, right? That observation keeps everything in check. And if you're feeling an underemphasis of this, which could be pessimism or not seeing those possibilities, again, awareness can help balance this out. So that's the Jupiter side of it. Of course, the North Node is all about learning. So I think today is a good day to challenge yourself with learning. And again, what we're learning about and what we could be integrating today is the self-expression. This is Jupiter in the North Node within a very close conjunction now in Leo, which has been this new life path of learning more about what gives us joy in life, what we're interested in, what we're passionate about, and expressing ourselves perhaps in this new way. So I think it's great to integrate that Leo energy into this whole mix, and again, being open to learning I think is key with this square up to the North Node. Now in terms of the lunar aspects, in the first half of the day the moon will be sextiling up to Mars and Chiron, who are in this trine actually. So there could be some healing perhaps with that confidence, maybe a bit of motivation, drive. It's an opening for that. The sextiles are just openings, and it's up to us to walk through those doors, but I think it could be a good day for that independent energy. Now the moon does square up to Uranus in the early part, so if you're feeling a bit of that irritability or wanting to break through, which can sometimes be the case with Uranus, which is that high frequency squaring up to the emotional body, again, awareness I think helps keep this in check. And if there is anything you're feeling like breaking free from or changing in your life, I think there's something to definitely listen to with that, but it's about taking it slow. And I think presence, awareness helps keep everything balanced with that, especially with Uranus and Pisces. All right, so that's the backdrop. In terms of what's continuing this week, again, Jupiter is still very close to that North Node, so we're learning a lot about our life path this week. and just learning in general can be excellent. Jupiter still trining up to Pluto. That's going to go exact over the weekend. So great week for change. Again, changing that perspective can be very powerful. Saturn, of course, still squaring up to Neptune, so there could be uncertainty about things as there has been, but I don't think as strong as it has been, particularly last week. But continuing to have that detachment, surrender, and faith can really go a long ways. All right, so that's the day. Again, the strongest energy, Mercury squaring up to Jupiter in the North Node, which is about learning, opening our horizons, seeing what's possible, but yet in that very grounded way of the everyday experiences. All right, so I hope you guys have an excellent day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.